don't want to give it to somebody.
You have a child playing tonight? 21 for Catholic? Good. It's an exciting day. Have they played this year? These two teams play at all this year? No, they haven't. Oh, you can watch the replay. Let's go to the All Hoops page, and you can watch the replay. Typically, we just don't have the capability to cover girls and guys. But with this opportunity, them playing like this doubleheader, gives us that opportunity. The boys final will be after this. They'll clear the gym, and then I think they have it limited to what, 100 people?
What's that, today?
Yeah.
I don't know how many, 100 to 200. I don't know what their capacity was.
So it might be just 100. Well, you just get as excited as you want. Scream and holler and jump up and down and be that parent.
We'll be close to each other, but
okay, I'll keep my mask up.
we're gonna talk a little bit. And I didn't have anything planned, but I figured we'd talk about this and maybe some districts.
Just shoot
shit.
whatever you need.
Kill some time.
You got it. Which way? Other way?
Right like that. And you gotta have this microphone close to your mouth.
Whoa, I can hear now.
Yeah. Well, you can hear us, but okay. Let me know when we're ready, Goo. How's that?
Good.
Camera's here.
Oh, we're looking there?
Yep.
I was thinking here, where's the camera?
Yeah. Are we on? Okay. Hey, Del Jackson here. We are at the LL Girls Final with probably the best writer in the state.
Stop.
For the girls.
Stop.
Okay. Hey, last year, this is Jeff Reinhardt, LMP. Last year, what we did is we had the longest longest handshake on the earth.
You remember that?
I do. So this year we're going to do
Little
the
bump.
fist bump.
COVID safety.
I got a present for you.
What's this?
LL hoops.
Nice.
Nice.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I see all the kids wearing these. You're a marketing genius. Sir.
Yeah, I can market, but I can't sell anything, but I can market. So
Oh,
anyway.
thanks for that.
Hey, let's talk about the game because we followed the girls a little bit in the tournament, but we haven't followed them throughout. So
Okay.
let's start with Hempfield.
Hempfield Black Knights, back-to-back Section 1 champs. Kendra Merrifield really has a good thing going here. And here's the thing with Hempfield over the years. They've always had athletes. You know, I don't want to say they just show up in November and start playing basketball, but they've always been, hey, we have a bunch of athletes and maybe like one or two kids who play basketball year-round. Now, she has basketball players.
Okay.
She has kids who play AAU, do the summer thing, travel around, and play basketball, and that's their number one sport. So she feels like she's got her squad last 2 years. She feels like she has basketball kids that she can plug in basketball stuff, and they can respond. And they have back-to-back section champs. One loss this year. They lost to Crest, snapped an 18-game league winning streak. But
Wow.
they picked it back up and won it again. And here they are.
Okay. What style of play can we expect from the Knights tonight?
Grinders. Nothing overly flashy with Hempfield. They're not going to come out and score 70. They like to play, get on the boards, crash. Twin Tower kids,
Bigger.
Edmund and Moffitt.
They're pretty big.
A
Okay.
couple of 6-footers
Okay.
who can crash and get on the boards. Tough defensively. Grind it out, kids. They'll go like 2-1-2 full court stuff.
Okay.
They'll get in your face in the half court. Definitely keep an eye on Jess Weinolt, number 5.
Okay. Number 5.
Best hair on the floor.
Okay.
Terrific defender. Probably pound for pound the best open court defender in the league. I expect her to probably body up Boleski for Catholic.
Okay.
Their point guard today and make
Okay.
it tough for her. So nothing flashy with Hempfield. Grinders, boards, crash, muck it up, get to 40 first, and they think they're going to win.
Okay. So let's switch over to Catholic girls.
Yes.
I've seen them here. They've been here. I don't even know how many
Forever.
times. You know,
Forever,
four
yes.
in a row you had in your column the other day.
If they win today, that'd be 4 straight.
Okay. And how does that historically set up from the LL? Is that
That'd be
like
the first one ever.
first four-peat?
First 4-time back-to-back champs if
Okay.
they win today.
If they win today.
They've won 3 in a row, and 3 teams have done that in the history going back to 72.
Okay.
I don't know them off the top of my head.
That-
Catholic, obviously.
Yeah.
I think Township might have won 3 in a
Okay,
row in there
okay,
somewhere
okay.
back in the 80s.
Okay.
But nobody's won 4 in a row. So
Okay.
if they win this, a little history.
I'm sure Coach Detz has let his girls know that. What do you think?
Yes, he's very aware, very astute about legacies and histories. He knew what he was getting into when he took this job.
Nice.
They're the benchmark. They're the measuring stick
Yes,
in the county,
absolutely.
and they have all the records and all the titles, and he's very aware of that, and he shares that with his kids.
Okay,
Yes.
we talked big picture. How about some of the players and what we can expect this afternoon?
Really like, I mentioned her name already, Boleski for Catholic. You guys will love her.
Okay.
Freshman guard.
Okay.
Quick, defends, handles between the legs,
Okay.
around the back.
Oh, nice.
Can shoot the 3, get to the rim. She's fantastic. Averages like 12 a game, leading scorer as a freshman. Very balanced attack for Catholic. Another kid who's playing really well for them right now is Naomi Zaletta. Missed some games early on with an ankle. She seems to be back. Has her head on straight and her ankle's fine, and she's playing really well right now. She can swoop and crash and get to the rim. Mentioned Moffitt and Edmund, crashers for Hempfield. It looks like the Knights will be without their point guard today. Autumn Cook,
Okay.
sophomore, who's
Yeah.
really good, rock steady, heady point guard kid. Not much bothers her,
Okay.
but she's missed the last 2 games. It doesn't look like she's going to play today. They will miss her because you got to have a good point guard against Catholic.
Are they the same style? Up and down, pressure?
Catholic?
Yes.
Yes. They want to speed you up, and they want to get you out of what you do. So
Okay.
you will see tons of traps in the backcourt. You will see pressing all over the place.
Yeah.
Catholic still loves to score in transition. Not that they can't score in the half court, but sometimes they'll get a little squirrely in the half court. They'll kind of stand around. Who's going to shoot it? Who's going to shoot it? Who's going to shoot it? they want to make you run and get you out of what you do. They want to get layups and then jump right back into a press.
Hey, should we, when we're focusing our camera today, should we
Yes.
get some shots of Coach Detz or
Absolutely.
Kendra? Or are they both kind of fiery on the bench?
Well, Detz is. You will hear Detz way over here on this side of the gym. Yes, he's boisterous, excitable.
Okay.
He'll be into it. Kendra's not like a yeller and a screamer, but yeah, she'll be up
Good.
and she'll make her presence felt.
Good.
You know, if she's looking for a call or
Good.
whatever. But yeah, Hempfield's going for its third title, by the way.
Okay.
2005 and 2008 they won.
I saw that in your column. Thank you very much.
Sure.
Hey, let's do a bigger picture.
Okay.
Where's Hempfield in the districts?
Hempfield in district. Okay, today's the big day. Deadline's tonight.
Okay.
And there are games today that will affect and impact who gets in. And there's some 6A LLs that are
But this one
bubbles.
doesn't, right?
No,
Okay,
playoff
everybody,
games don't count.
everybody asks us that. I don't know if you get that. It's like, how about these
Sometimes.
playoffs? It's
Nope.
like, no, these games don't count towards the district power
They
ratings.
do not. There's
Okay.
a bunch of LLs on the 6A bubble. Warwick, Township,
Okay.
and Cedar Crest.
Okay.
They're all like in the 9, 10,
Okay.
11, 12 range, and
Okay.
that's going to change today.
Today.
Hempfield's at 6. So they're good.
Okay.
They're going to get
They-
in.
They should be good.
They're good, and they'll get a home game. It looks like they're probably, depending what happens today, it looks like they could get Harrisburg in the first round.
Okay.
Which is an
All right.
interesting
Yeah, that's a good matchup.
And Ephrata is at 4 or 5, so Ephrata in 6A is also going to go. Catholic safe. They're like 3rd in 4A.
Okay.
The 4A bracket is bonkers.
Okay.
DeLone Catholic, state champ 2 years ago.
Okay. Yes.
Still playing last year when the virus hit.
Mm-hmm.
And they have one loss this year, and it was against Cumberland Valley, which is,
Oh, yeah.
which is
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
You got Berks Catholic in there,
Yes.
who already beat Lancaster Catholic this year, and they just won the Berks title yesterday.
Yes.
You have Eastern York in there, which only has like one loss, and that's who Catholic beat last year in the final.
So let's look at it. If Catholic
Yes.
wins their first round, do they get a second round game at home?
They get a bye
First.
into the quarters.
Okay.
And they'll be at home. I think that's next Friday.
Okay.
I think if it ended today, and again it doesn't,
Yeah.
but it looks like they'd probably get Bishop McDevitt,
Okay.
which is an athletic
Yes.
mid-Penn
Yes,
club.
yes.
And they have a history. A couple of years ago when Catholic won states
Yes.
and went to the
Yes.
state finals,
Yes.
they ran into McDevitt a whole bunch of
Okay.
times.
All
So
Some good rivalry stuff.
yes, some really good games.
Okay.
Keep your fingers crossed for locals with districts. The crazy thing about this year is one team goes to states.
Yes.
And 6A, 6A, 4A, where Hempfield and Catholic are just brutal brackets.
Okay. Let's
Brutal.
talk. You brought it up. Let's talk about some of the other teams in the LL girls
Yeah.
that you think have a good shot of making a little run here.
Columbia,
Columbia.
they've been an awesome story. Freshman twins, you remember Margie Rhodes?
Yes.
Her daughters,
Okay.
Bree and Brooke Draghi, have been phenomenal.
Okay.
And they're actually playing Penn Manor today, late added game.
I saw that.
It
Are
was
you
actually-
going over there after this game?
No, it's starting at 12.
Okay.
So they're believe me, if I could have beamed over there, I probably would have. Columbia, they're in AA. They're number 2.
Okay.
So they're probably going to run into Linden Hall. The
Okay,
One, the
yes,
one seed.
yes,
Linden
yes.
Hall's the back-to-back champ.
Yes.
They're very good.
Yes.
So if you're looking at collision course,
That would be a
Columbia
big one to
Linden
look
Hall
at. Yeah.
would be a fabulous
Yeah.
2A
Yeah.
final, but only one of them goes to states.
Okay.
Which is crazy. 5A, a bunch of LLs will be in. E-Town, which has had a good year. Calico, which was a semifinalist. They'll go. Manheim Central, which is a sneaky team with Maddie Nyer.
Okay.
They'll go. LS should be in. They can be tricky if they're making threes. So, yeah, there'll be some LLs in the 5A bracket
Art,
as well.
Let me ask you a newspaper question here.
Okay.
How do you, I know how the boys do it, but
Yeah.
how do you pick the All-Stars Section 1, Section 2? How do you guys do that?
For years, and I'm talking years with an S, plural, I picked them.
Okay.
I picked the LL Girls All-Stars, like going back to the New Era days.
Yes.
Like from way back.
Yes.
Last year, the LL Girls coaches got together, formed a committee, and said, we're going to pick them.
We're gonna pick 'em."
We're going to nominate
Okay.
our kids. We're going to vote first team, second team,
Yeah.
section MVP.
Okay. And they send
And
that to
then
you
they
guys,
just-
and
they
then
send it
we
to
just
me,
pop it up. And that's
and
good.
that's fine.
I think that's what the boys do. We kind of
Yeah.
pick our own because
yeah.
we're kind of like you. We kind of get out and we see more, and then sometimes sometimes somebody won't see somebody.
Sure.
If they're a Section 1 coach and they're picking
they-
a Section 4 guy,
and they won't know.
they might look at a newspaper, they might look at LMP or LMP online and say that guy's averaging 15, but they might miss the guy that's getting 10 rebounds and averaging 8.
It happens. I missed picking it a little bit last year, but I can,
Yeah.
with the platform I
Yeah, yeah,
have,
yeah,
thank
yeah.
God,
Yeah.
I can go in and kind of
Yeah.
make it Jeff's All-Stars.
Yeah.
Oh, nuts. I forget what I wanted to tell you. But no, the coaches will be picking
Okay.
them probably soon.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
this is it
Oh, yeah,
after
yeah,
today.
Yeah, yeah, that's good. That's good.
Oh, I know what I wanted to tell you. I saw McCaskey girls last night. It's the first time I saw McCaskey. It took me till late February. And I know Andy.
Yes.
Andy's always proud
Yes.
that he goes to like every gym.
Yes.
I saw every LL girls team this season except Donegal and Lebanon. So sorry Cedars,
I'm
sorry
not,
Indians.
I'm not surprised, dude. I mean, I love reading your stuff.
Thank you.
You're right on it. You're a Twitter man. It's like we can follow the games, and I know I appreciate getting information from you.
Thank you.
And the boys' side too. I mean, I push it, and I know your subscription. You know, some people have dropped it, but it's the best value for the money out there, I think. I mean, I get the newspaper and I get the online, and the games are up there so quick with the box scores, and I mean, I don't
We
know
try.
I don't know what fan wouldn't sign up
And
for
I
you guys.
think, and I try to push this, especially during football, because LL football is gigantic.
Yes.
And basketball especially. The online product is different.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I mean, our space has been cut a lot.
Yes.
It happens.
Yes.
It's a
In the
product of
newspaper. Yes.
It's happening. We're proud that we still print every day. I think
Yes.
we put out a heck of a
Yes.
product every day.
Yes.
It's beautiful. But there's more online.
Yes.
Obviously, there's more online.
And the nice thing is when I see your pictures, I mean, we can
Yeah.
get a gallery when your photographer's here, which
Yeah.
he'll be here today.
Chris Knight is here.
Is Chris here?
Yes.
Is awesome.
He's great.
Mark P's here for us today.
Oh,
so.
Paljeski's here?
yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Okay.
So their fans should have a lot of pictures up
There
there.
will be plenty of pictures to
Yeah.
find tonight.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Yeah.
What else do you need to know?
That's it, brother. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Del.
Appreciate it.
Great job.
All right. Thanks, man.
All right, see ya.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, buddy. Yep.
Welcome to Manheim Township High School and the Lancaster Lebanon League Girls Basketball Championship. My name is Bruce Badgley, alongside Rick Dissingard. Rick, great to be with you today. I mean, this is the first time we've had an opportunity to, do a basketball game, together here. But, boy, we've got a great matchup here at Lancaster Catholic and Hempfield playing for the Girls Championship here in the LL.
Yeah, very much looking forward to it. Should be a great contest. Got two, kind of blue bloods from the Lancaster Lebanon League going head-to-head for the LL title. So looking forward to a great afternoon of hoop.
Yeah, and you say great afternoon of hoop. This is really the start of it.
Yep.
We've got the boys' championship a little bit later. I mean, it was kind of a tough act to follow because we had Del Jackson and Jeff Reinert, who probably know more basketball here in the LL League than we've ever known. I mean, what do they say? They forgot, or we know as much as they forgot.
Yep, two legends, without a doubt.
Exactly,
two
but
legends.
a great atmosphere here at Manheim Township. This is really the third year that I've been involved in doing the LL championships with LL Hoops and that. And it's so much fun, and the culmination of a kind of a very special year. People said it's been very difficult, but you as an athletic director, talk a little bit about how special a year this has been to get to this point.
Well, I mean, we have talked all year as ADs. We're one of the few leagues that have followed through and kind of tried to keep things as normal as possible. And the goal from the beginning was giving kids an opportunity. It wasn't easy, but with the cooperation of all the ADs, coaches, players, parents, Ron Kennedy, our executive director, Zach Kraft, basketball chair for the LL, just thought it was extremely important to give these kids an opportunity to compete as normal as possible under these circumstances. And here we are. We pulled it off. And looking forward to it. Like I said, it's great for the kids to have this opportunity during this pandemic to have a little bit of normalcy. I know it's not going to be, 2,000 people in the gym, but the fact that we're going to have some fans here and they get a chance to play says a lot about our league for this year.
Yeah, talking to Lancaster Catholic coach Dees before the game, I mean, he said that through it all, through injuries and COVID or whatever, this is the first game this year that he's going to have his team intact. How crazy is that?
That's hard to believe that we're in the end of February, 17 games into a season, and this is the first time. I know he's looking forward to it, but it also has to make some things difficult in terms of you haven't had games where your rotation has been the same from one game to the next. So I'm sure he's going to be learning, but he's been around this a long time, and with 175 wins in 7 years, I'm sure he'll figure it out pretty quickly.
Yeah, and going in rarefied air here for consecutive championships here for Lancaster Lebanon League as well. But on the Hempfield side, a little bit different story. One of their top players, Autumn Cook, probably not going to go today. What kind of an impact is that going to have?
I think that's something we're going to have to watch early. Ava Baer has stepped in last couple games and done a phenomenal job.
She has.
However, just that loss of depth, loss of rotation, another guard again that gives them an opportunity against that relentless Lancaster Catholic pressure, full court defense, getting up and down the floor. I think that's, again, something we're going to have to see early. Does Hempfield get any foul trouble? Because the loss of a key guard like that can certainly make for a long day.
Well, especially after you've played, an entire season. We talk about chemistry. You talk about, from the coach's perspective, how he figures out substitution patterns. That's the same thing for the coach as well. As all of a sudden you're inserting that, that sixth person who's very important into the starting lineup. And, everybody after you've played a certain amount of games, like I said, that chemistry. So now you're having to reinvent yourself going into, quite honestly, the biggest game of the year for them right now. That's got to be really difficult for the coach.
Yeah, I think, kids develop and they start to understand their role. They get comfortable in that role. Most coaches have that rotation that they get set into, and a certain number of minutes in the first quarter, they bring people off the bench. And without injuries and or foul trouble, they kind of try to stick to that rotation. So to have to reinvent that rotation at this point in the year can be difficult.
Mm-hmm. Talk a little bit about some of the matchups that you're going to be looking at today.
Well, basketball comes down to so many times the team that makes the fewest mistakes. And the matchups here, how many possessions can you get quality possessions are the key. Lancaster Catholic with that pressure defense is obviously trying to get extra possessions. How often? Turnovers and rebounds. How many second chance opportunities? Those inside matchups. Hempfield's got, the one big there in Edmond versus the two bigs from Lancaster Catholic. So inside, rebounding, turnover is going to be the key.
Let's thank Orthopedic Associates of Lancaster Limited as a proud presenting sponsor of the Lancaster Lebanon League. We have partnered to offer 2 $800 scholarships to one male and female high school senior in the Lancaster Lebanon school districts. This scholarship is available to any athlete and or support staff, to include but not limited to athletic training, student aides, equipment managers, or team managers, with the primary focus being on service to our community. Thank you, Orthopedic Associates of Lancaster Limited. All right, getting ready for the starting lineups here. Why don't we go ahead and turn that over to the public address announcer and for the introductions of the starting lineups. And as we mentioned, Rick, Autumn Cook, one of the major players here for Hempfield, will not be in the lineup today. Quite honestly, the matchup that I'm kind of looking at is how well Oriana Edmonds going to stack up against Sophia Wentz, Riley Kraft, and Naomi Zuleta on the inside for Lancaster Catholic. I think that's going to be the key to the game.
Well, I think you got one big, and as we were talking about, she's got 5 fouls to give.
Mm-hmm.
Can she stay in the game? And how much pressure do they put on her with running girls at her? They've got 10, 15 fouls to give. So that inside matchup, rebounding, defending the bigs is going to be crucial.
Yeah, Mary Boleski, a freshman. Saw her the other night. She was very impressive.
Catholics, still young. A lot of freshmen in that rotation.
Yes. Yeah, Mattis, I mean, she had a good game the other night. I saw them against Warwick the other evening.
Yeah, she's solid. I think, Jess Weinholt, that guard number 5, is really a defensive player for them. Usually locks up one of the best offensive players and guards on the opposing team. So how much pressure can she apply to those guards? Maybe not make it easy to get it inside to some of those bigs will be crucial for Hempfield tonight.
Well, speaking of easy, thankfully for me, these numbers are easy to read. Red on black and blue on white. Thankfully, these old eyes need that. Okay. Well, we're finally here, Rick.
Here we go. Coach Merrifield talked about right from the beginning, the composure. One of the keys is composure. So, against that pressure, we always talk as coaches a lot of times about, if you're going to get pressed, you got to get a layup, you got to get to the foul line, or you got to run your offense. And I think that's what she's talking about with composure. Making sure her guards are making good decisions. They'll take all the layups they can get, but then they got to settle down. If you get into that up and down game, you start shooting 15-foot jump shots in transition. It's going to be a long day.
Okay, here we go. And we're ready for basketball. And looks like looks like Avery Huber there. No, I'll take that back. That was Araya Edmond that was off, but it looks like it's going over to Lancaster Catholic underneath.
Hempfield will inbound under here.
Or, excuse me, Hempfield. Mattis. And no good. And there's Boleski with the rebound, and she got fouled. There's that strength that I talked about with her as a freshman. She doesn't really play as a freshman. That's a good, strong girl out there.
Yeah, no, that's a freshman by age only. I mean, she plays well above that freshman level. Hempfield with a little 1-2-1-1 kind of three-quarter trap here.
Giving them a little press. A nice drive to the lane there by Kraft, but no good. Picked up by Wentz. Out to Liz Zwally. She's a three-point specialist out there. And a foul, quick foul.
Yep, illegal screen, moving screen there by number 20. But there was that extra possession. First offensive rebound for Lancaster Catholic. And here comes the pressure.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how both of these coaches, start the game out. Mattis now gets by Zaletta all the way underneath. That's Bear. Bear now. No good. Zaletta with the rebound and Boleski. Zwally now. And they'll set it up again. Zaletta. Wentz at the top there. Running a pretty deliberate offense there, Rick.
Yeah, a lot of motion, a lot of ball screens. Hempfield right now doing a nice job.
And that's a key there. Edmond with the rebound.
Yep, no second chance opportunities.
Driving to the lane. Oh, and then it looked like that's on Edmond.
And those are the kind of fouls that Edmond cannot afford. The offensive foul on the ball screen there. She's going to need them on the other end, so that's a big foul.
So Liz Zwally to inbound here for Lancaster Catholic. And Riley Kraft bringing it up. Zaletta. Zwally. Kraft way outside, Wentz way outside. A Kraft rise to the hoop, and she got the foul.
Yeah, she was just a step late coming over to help from the offside. Got her with the body.
Yeah, it looked like that was on Bayer.
Yep, Bayer on the floor, so inbound under. First sub tonight.
That's her second foul already. Nope, I guess that's yep, and she's out of the game.
Yep,
quickly.
That's huge. Without Cook, that is the girl that kind of picked up the slack the last two games. So
exactly. Oh, look at that spin move by Zaletta. As we were talking pregame.
Wow.
They call her for the travel?
Yeah, they did. They called her for a travel. I'm not sure they've seen that at this level, but that was a quick, nice move inside.
Exactly. There's nobody in District 3 making those kind of moves. Making that kind of steal. And she got fouled.
Yep, there's the trap, the turnover, and that composure that Coach talked about.
So Catholic now. Still no score, 5:35.
Yeah.
It seems like, I mean, there's been a lot of action, just not a lot of baskets.
Yeah, there's 4 fouls up there for Hempfield. No points, but 2.5 minutes in, 4 fouls. We'll have to see how that plays out here in the first half, that depth.
Interesting that they've got Wentz way out top there.
Yeah, they have a size advantage, but it seems like they're really spreading the floor, playing 5 out, a lot of motion, and right now it's all perimeter stuff, trying to get the ball screen.
Edmonds going to get that. Now, thankfully, you know, she's got to be, crisp with catching the ball there on the rebounds. But so far, she's handled herself pretty well.
Yeah, I think so. And they've given up 1 second chance opportunity so far. And that, again, is going to be key. Value possessions, number of possessions, limit those turnovers. Uriah Johnson checking in.
Yeah, we talked about her pregame. She played well the other night against Cocalico.
Just full court man pressure here by Catholic. Turning the dribbler. Again, what?
That was Mattis bringing the ball up against that pressure defense. Did a nice job. Weinhold to inbounds for Hempfield. Edmonds. Oh, boy, I tell you, that was a tough one there. Johnson tied her up.
Yep. Biggs put it on the floor and down in the land of the little people, and the guards did a nice job. Johnson just stepping in, tying it up.
Johnson, another scrappy guard for Catholic there.
Yep, there's another turnover, so got to value those possessions.
Swally, Johnson now. Drives in. Kraft. Oh, she got hammered.
Oh.
So she'll go to the line, looks like for 2.
Yep, they're doing a nice job, just really putting pressure on with that ball penetration, forcing offside help.
So Riley Kraft at the line, another freshman starting for Catholic. Wow.
See if we can't get a number on the board there. Nope.
This is crazy. I mean, there's 4 minutes and 41 seconds left in the first quarter, and it's still no score. Now, like we said, there's been a lot of action. It's not a lot of scoring.
Yeah, and there's another key foul. That's Moffitt, leading scorer for Hempfield, going out with her second foul. So you have Bear and Moffitt halfway into the first quarter, each with 2 fouls.
And literally, they're down 3 starters because Cook wasn't able to make a go of it. And it looks like we got a timeout here.
Timeout here to clean something off the floor.
Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be huge. I mean, so far,
So far, it hasn't hurt them.
It hasn't. Correct, exactly. I mean,
4 minutes into the first quarter, we'll see. Have to see how it plays out the rest of the half, rest of this quarter. But they just can't. They can't afford to go too deep on that bench early.
Not against a deep team like Lancaster Catholic. Down that many players. Let's see if we don't see some full court pressure here by Catholic. Still no score. Kraft missed both of those free throws.
Just feeling each other out here a little early.
Yeah, Kim Mattis kind of on her own in the backcourt. As I said, Catholic probably going to put on some pressure, and 10 seconds.
There it is. Again, that pressure is just relentless, whether it's man, zone pressure in that full court. And without 2 guards now, with Cook out and Bear on the bench, it's going to be real important for Mattis to control things.
All right, Boleski now. Surprising thing has been Sophia Lentz playing so far away from the basket, but maybe they're just trying. There she's inside, and no good. Maybe she's just trying to draw Edmonds away from the basket and let the other players work inside for Catholic.
Seems like that's the strategy so far, but I can't imagine it's going to be too long before they get her
Johnson
inside.
Almost with another steal. looking for an opening. That's Bryn Axe who's in the game, and the shot there, that was by
Weinhold.
Weinhold there with the bucket, and that's the first basket of the game. 3:40 into the opening, with 3:40 left in the opening quarter.
Finally. Let's see if that takes the lid off things here and opens some things up. Another ball screen coming. Catholic likes the ball screens.
And looks like it was
Another offensive foul.
Another offensive foul. Looks like they called that on Wentz for a moving screen.
Yep, another legal screen inside. That's 3 we've seen already here in the first half.
So Weinhold now to inbounds. Again, Catholic with the full court pressure. Probably makes all the sense in the world when you're down to your,
Yeah.
8th rotated player.
And, looking at the stats for the year, Hempfield has played 7 most of the year. And you get into that 8th player like they are now, and there's not a lot of experience there.
Mattis breaks the pressure all the way down to Edmond. Oh, she misses the layup. And Zaletta, nice board, quickly down court. Card, no good. And Edmonds, a good board, but she's just not going to be denied.
She is tough and physical inside.
All the way down. Oh, it is physical as well. That was Sophia Ott.
Offensive foul. The offensive foul.
Boy, it got physical in a hurry, Coach.
You aren't kidding. And that was the pace. That is the pace the Catholic wants. They're getting it up and down, creating some tempo. And that's another turnover in transition for Hempfield.
Yeah, and that's where maybe the lack of experience there on Hempfield's part. Lancaster Catholic has the ability to draw them into that tempo.
Looks like 2 players were in a 1-2-1-1, and we got a couple others that were not.
Zaletta looking
help.
for anybody. Johnson now. Drives in amongst the trees. Oh, just off, but she's going to go to the line for 2.
I think they called a travel there, Bruce. Sorry, I think they called her for the travel. Another turnover, and still no points on the board for Catholic.
Jeez, a lot of contact in there.
Yep. All right, so they beat the pressure. Now, here's the composure part.
Exactly. Axe now over to Weinhold.
Nice job. Beat the pressure, set up your offense.
Exactly. So many times you get lured in that full court pressure to go right at the basket and get too much of a hurry offensively.
And that's exactly what Catholic wants.
Yeah, that was Bryn Axe stepping out of bounds. So Catholic now the ball once again.
Yeah, they forced a baseline drive where you're behind the basket, not much you can do. And
yeah, we're saying Catholic a lot, but they're down 2-0.
That is hard to believe.
That is hard to believe. With 2:23 to go here in the opening quarter, it's 2-0 Hempfield.
I am pretty sure that Hempfield probably has more turnovers than shots at the basket right now, and they're up 2-0.
Card now drives the lane up and no good. Gets her on rebound and blocked there by Edmond. There was no way she was getting that to the basket.
Nope, that's another second chance opportunity, but
Weinhold to the basket. Oh, in and out. Going after a rebound. She's down there. Held ball. Looks like that will go to Hempfield.
Another opportunity in transition. They're always great if they go, but if not, again, coach has got to be a little nervous about the tempo.
Yeah, as long as you're ahead, what does it matter, right?
Heck, 2-0 right now, and Catholic just keeps running fresh people in. That's where that depth is going to be huge.
Well, exactly right. I mean, that's why I got to believe that Coach Dietz wants to make this a 94-foot game, just because he's got the numbers. Tied up again. That's going to go to Catholic. So, yeah, that's why I think that Coach Dietz is going to put the pressure on, because he's got the numbers right now.
Yep, and you got 32 minutes to just wear them down. Hempfield gets some soft zone pressure. Catholic beats that easily.
All right, Johnson now setting it up outside. Zuleta, there it is, the first basket of the game. Naomi Zuleta, and here's that full court pressure.
And Zuleta took the lid off, and now Catholic relies on being able
Weinhold
to set
now
up that
trying
press.
to get it across. Stolen. Zuleta now underneath. for the basket. Quickly. I mean, they scored more points in 10 seconds than they did in the first 7 minutes.
Yep.
Edmond, she traveled. Yep.
And
Drug that pivot foot.
Yeah, so much of Catholic's pressure is predicated on made baskets. They know exactly what they're going to do as soon as that ball goes in the basket. You just saw it right there. 20 seconds, 2 buckets, turnover. That's Catholic basketball.
So Johnson and Kraft here, bringing it up against the little zone, but Kraft breaks it, goes right to the basket. Edmonds just stepped right into her.
And that's her second.
And that's just something that, I mean, they're really getting into some trouble now, Rick.
Yep, that is 3 of the top 5 players there, scorers, each with 2 fouls, still here in the first quarter. Not the start that Coach Merrifield needed.
That's exactly right, and that only just playing into the hand of Coach Dietz right now. So here's Kraft for 2. Well, they've had some tough luck with the basketball going in, Catholic, here in the first quarter.
In close games, those free throws are going to come back to haunt you, but still early.
Very early. 46.5 seconds left to go in quarter number 1. And she misses them both. Ball still on the floor, picked up by Hempfield. Weinhold. And that's out to Mattis. She's just muscling her way to the basket, and she got fouled. She was not going to be. She was going to the basket, and she didn't care who was in her way.
No, she put her head down, drove the left side, and she was either going to get a basket or a foul, and she got the foul. That's a nice, strong move. You know, getting to the foul line can kind of calm things down, give you a chance to rest when you're not having the depth that you anticipate. And kind of calm Catholic's run down here by getting to the foul line.
All right.
Of course, making the foul shots when you get there is also.
I think that's going to be, right now, that's going to be a big key for Hempfield.
When you get to the foul line and you don't make any points there from the foul line, that is another, just wasted possession.
Just like a turnover, missed them both.
Yep.
Zaletta on the floor, but did he call a foul?
Called a foul on Weinhold jumping on the top there, and that's 1-1. 25 seconds left in the first quarter, and Catholic's marching to the line already.
Jeez. Advantage Catholic right now with as many fouls as Hempfield's got, as you know, you've been alluding. As T.O. said, it's just a matter of time.
Now they got to cash in and make some free throws.
Exactly. Zaletta misses it. Oh, nice there by Wentz.
And there's where the lack of Edmond on the bench with 2 fouls, just no real height.
Mattis there. No good. That was by Bryn Axe with the shot. And quickly down court, Kraft got it.
Quick possession and a run out to end the quarter.
8-2 in favor of Catholic at the end of the first quarter. We want to thank Dan Taylor Family Law. Is your will, durable power of attorney, and living will up to date? If not, you should see LLHoops.com sponsor Daniel K. Taylor. Dan can be reached at 717-945-6212 or see his ad on our website. He can initially speak to you over the phone or meet in his Lancaster office. Home appointments are available for the disabled. Dan Taylor Family Law. Thinking of becoming a basketball official? Check us out. LL Officials, looking for officials to help this great game of basketball out. Check it out, gang. All right, Rick, ready for quarter 2?
Well, the way quarter 1 ended, I think we're going to have a little different pace to start this quarter. That was definitely a Catholic type of finish, the pace they wanted. They either got turnovers or forced Hempfield into quick shots and got some runouts. So Hempfield's really going to have to get off to a good start here in the second quarter to keep that Catholic pressure off.
Totally agree on that. And, you know, quite honestly, it really does become who's going to impose whose will on the other, because Hempfield definitely wants to run that double offense. And another turnover.
Turnover.
Valesky all the way for the basket. And a timeout, yeah.
Quick timeout by Coach Merrifield. She feels it. She knows the relentless pressure is starting to really crank up for Catholic, and she's got to find a way to get her team to execute that composure she talked about.
Thanks to Hearts Physical Therapy, they're a locally owned independent outpatient physical therapy clinic with 5 convenient locations in Lancaster County. They specialize in orthopedic rehabilitation, aquatic therapy, post-surgery, sports injuries, and vestibular therapy. Unparalleled patient outcomes and an average net promoter score of 95 reflect their unwavering commitment to their patients. It is your choice where you go for physical therapy. Experience the difference Hearts Physical Therapy can make in your recovery. All right, back to live action. Boy, Mattis, she's had a tough time with the ball. Relentless pressure. Here's Kraft now. Just kind of bumps her way to the basket and in.
And Mattis is being put into a real tough role here. Not somebody that's typically all year been handling the ball. Certainly not against this kind of pressure.
Yeah, she's being left out an island. She needs a little bit of help back there too,
Yep.
you know.
It's very difficult. And, Catholic has great size. They ran a little run and jump there. Came with the trap from the front.
Yeah, the game right now seems to be going through Mattis and Jessica Weinhold here, who's going to inbounds the ball.
They really need good possession here. Get some touches.
Looking for anything here. Being deliberate. Here's Weinhold to Mattis. Really need to work for a good shot here. Nice one there. Beautiful 3 by Sophia Ott. Just what the doctor ordered.
And that was a good possession, little set play. That was huge for Hempfield.
Gives them a little confidence. Now looks like they're back in a man, right, Coach?
Yes, sir. Ball screen again.
Zaletta going right to the basket. Nobody's going to stop her.
That's a heck of a move. Just a quick shot fake and go to the strong side. They have the offense spaced out. No help can get there.
Yeah,
and
travel. She drug that pivot foot there. Bryn Axe.
And there's that pressure. It just wears on you. .6:24 left in the first quarter, and Hempfield's hanging on by a thread. Just you can feel the pressure coming. You
Yeah,
just need
exactly.
Need a few stops.
And Zaletta, beauty, jumper from the lane, or from the free throw line.
How do you stop that? You go one possession, shot fake drive, and then the next possession she pulls up from the same spot. It's tough to defend.
Yeah, there's no matchup that Hempfield has for that, and Zaletta fouls Jessica Weinhold there. But yeah, there's no matchup forgetting about Hempfield. There's no matchup for her in the district.
No, with that kind of size, quickness, and the moves that she has, that's impressive. Inside out, that's going to be a tough matchup for anybody in the 4A bracket going forward.
Oh, no good there. Jessica Weinhold here at the line for Hempfield. It's 16-5 Catholic with 5:58 remaining in the first half.
There we go. There's finally a free throw, first free throw for Hempfield. You got to knock those down when you get the opportunity. Token zone pressure.
All right, well, that's what the doctor ordered. I mean, a few turnovers here to get Hempfield back in there.
Yep, that was just a bad decision by Zwally. Hempfield wasn't trying to force anything crazy, but she just gave it back, and here's a trap.
Madison Weinhold. Jessica all the way underneath, and no good. And it goes over to Catholic. Down to 5:35 remaining here in the half. It's 16-6.
That's one of those possessions, if it goes in, no pass, in transition, it goes in, that's a great possession. It doesn't go in, you're back playing defense. You didn't get any touches on offense.
So Zwally now bringing it up. Over to Bolesky. Johnson. And she gets the roll.
It's a long 2, foot on the line.
Kim Mattis now, or Kira Mattis, who's done a great job bringing it up.
And now she's
Got fouled.
not fouled. That's where she's got to just bring it up, set the offense. Don't fall into the trap of that pace.
Well, that's Zoletta's second, and it looks like that's going to send her to the bench with 5:02 remaining in the half.
Coach Merrifield rolling the dice here, bringing Ava Baer back in with 2 fouls. But at this point, I don't know what else you can do. Those 2 guards have done a heck of a lot to handle the pressure.
They can, I mean, they have. Baer now. And looks like a jump ball, possession over to Catholic. But you're right. I mean, this is do or die. No reason to, wait any longer to get, Ava back in the game.
No, you can't take the fouls with you. And the game is on the edge right now for Hempfield. They know where they're at, and they got to make a stand here.
Zwally now. That's Johnson. Looking for anybody. Zwally, who's a 3-point specialist, but Kraft takes it and misses everything. Ball's over to Hempfield. Here's Baer now.
All right, now we got settle. Run a set.
Run a good play. You got to take it one possession at a time at this particular point.
Yep.
Weinhold, got it!
That's a big shot. Big shot by Weinhold there. Gets the lead inside 10. Man, if Hempfield could get into the locker room at halftime within 10 points, a little bit less than 10, that would be a huge victory for that first half with the foul trouble they've had.
Well, Wentz and Zoletta are on the bench, so this is where Hempfield's got to make. But I'll tell you what, Liz Zwally, that's their 3-point specialist, and she buried her first shot of the day.
She was wide open. No one rotated out. She was probably 2 or 3 feet behind the line, but that is her specialty, and she knocked it down.
Orthopedic Associates of Lancaster is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the Lancaster Lebanon League and its championship events. To learn more about Orthopedic Associates of Lancaster, visit fixbones.com. Sable McKinney, KW Elite Real Estate. Want an agent who will really listen to what you want in a home? Need an agent who knows how to effectively market your home so it sells? Give Sable McKinney a call. She's eager to help you and would love to talk to you. Contact Sable at 717-291-5600. All right, well, signs of life here with Hempfield.
Yeah, Coach Detz, I think, sensed it as well. Got a 3 right back at him and called a quick timeout without the 2 bigs in there to kind of settle things down, make sure everybody knows their role that's on the floor right now. But Hempfield has shown some signs, had a nice solid possession, knocking down a 3. They need another one here, need another solid possession.
I mean, you can't score 12 points on one possession, so you just got to take it one at a time, and so very important possession here. Each one, quite honestly, these last couple minutes of the half, they want to go into halftime closing the gap, not making the gap wider.
Correct, yep.
Bryn Axe. Sophia Ott. Oh, and a foul. That was a nice rebound inside. I believe that was Ava Baer inside.
That was a great possession in terms of Baer getting that offensive rebound. That was another quick shot out of transition that probably Coach Merrifield didn't want, but offensive rebound, get to the foul line. Got to knock down some free throws, make it a solid possession.
Well, the 3 big inside presences for Catholic, Zoletta, Wentz, and Kraft are all out of the game right now, so it makes sense of why Ava got that rebound. Got that one.
1 out of 2.
3:35 remaining in the first half, 21-10 Catholic, and Hempfield putting on some pressure.
And cranking it up a little bit here.
Johnson.
Somebody's missing.
Wide open is Card. Madeline Card with the layup. Somebody left her alone.
Yep, somebody forgot. Got a matchup, and those are the things that kill you when you're trying to get back into a game.
Bryn Axe driving to the basket.
Good decision. Run the offense.
Weinhold now. Mattis got it! Three-pointer!
Big three by Mattis. She was ready to shoot. Catch and shoot. Back to 10.
23-13. We've got 2:46 to go here in the first half. Bolesky, nice play there. Good give and go.
Yep, you can't get back into a game given layups.
No. That's why I think Edmonds is out of the game is so important, is because she was just laying back in the lane, stopping those.
Yep,
Johnson now all the way, and she traveled.
Yeah, that defensive presence by Edmonds is something that's missing right now.
I think it's really missing for both teams. All the big players are out of the game right now. Big inside presence. So Kira Mattis, who's just been stellar bringing the ball up all game.
She has a tough
Going to the
assignment.
basket. That was Sophia Ott, and she got fouled.
Looks like Bear again on the rebound. Got fouled.
Oh, Bear, what's that?
Now Ott took it to the basket.
You know, these girls with the long hair, you just can't see the number on the you see you're 14 and 24, and you got a ponytail hanging on front of there, and you have to guess.
Well, this is my first year being an assistant girls basketball coach. Watching film, I can tell you that is one of the major differences, and it is a challenge to figure out numbers.
It is very much a challenge. So Ava Bear at the line. No good on the bonus, or the one in the bonus. So Bolesky. Card now drives right to the basket. No good.
Offensive
Rebound, beautiful up and in there.
No basket.
Wow, offensive, looks like.
Travel.
Oh my, okay.
Called a travel.
That was Vivian Clemmer underneath for Catholic.
Hempfield dodged a bullet there, really. Gave up another driving layup, offensive rebound.
Axe now.
Settle.
Oh. Wow, she saved it from the backcourt there, or did she?
Nope. Almost.
Boy, you know, I tell you what, these whistleless whistles, you just can't hear them.
Nope, with the masks on, it is a challenge.
So Catholic ball now. Zwala to inbound here to Bolesky.
You can really see some of the pressure and how the depth, you know, right now Hempfield. Nice.
That was a very interesting move by Bolesky to throw it up there before she hit the ground, but didn't really end up positively as Hempfield comes up with the ball now. We've got 1:25 remaining in the first half, but Catholic up by 12, 25-13.
Hempfield is limping in, but they've got to find a way to get into the locker room here. Within 10, 12 points would be a big win.
Okay. Ott to Axe. Weinhold. Axe inside there to Ott, no good. Weinhold the board up and no good. Wow, nice rebound there by Card. Trying to get it down court and picking it up, taking it away there was Vivian Clemmer. Up and in, nice basket. Oh, just throw it away. You got to take your time on that press. Here's Card. Bolesky. Over to DeJesus for the bucket.
Yep, and here's where you can really just see the pressure. It wears on you mentally. It's not so much physical. It's the mental part of just trying to get rid of the ball too soon. 20 seconds left in the first quarter.
First half.
First half, my bad.
It's all right. So Weinhold now.
10 seconds.
Bear shoots, got it! Big three. And that's going to end the first half. 29-16 in favor of Lancaster Catholic. But, you know, we talked there toward the end of the half. that stretch needed to go the other way for Hempfield. They had it within 10 points, and rather than to get it in below double digits, Catholic was able to extend it out to a 13-point lead here at halftime.
Yep, they stretched it to 16. That's a big shot going to the halftime. They, just a little bit of momentum that they need. They're going to have Edmond back in the second half. They hopefully can get through that foul trouble. So head into the second half, Hempfield's hanging by a string, but has to have a little bit of confidence after that made three.
We want to thank H&L Team Sales. They provide uniforms, team shops, and other clothing equipment to schools and teams throughout the Lancaster, Lebanon, York, and Berks region. Contact H&L at 717-392-3010 or www.hlteamsales.com. And the Busgen Davis Law Offices, with over 60 years of service and serving Lebanon, Lancaster, Berks, and Dauphin counties, you can count on the attorneys of Busgen Davis Law Offices. Lebanon's most experienced legal team can help you in all areas of the law, including personal injury, family law, commercial and business representation, estate planning and administration, and simple or complex real estate transactions. Thank you very much for your support. Our first game together, what do you think?
Not bad at all. Not bad at all. I think, it started off a little slow on the offensive end. A lot of action, but not a lot of points. But it finished with a flurry here in the first half. Kind of more what we expected to see, I think.
Okay, well, we're going to pay some bills. Welcome back to Manheim Township High School, side of the Lancaster Lebanon League Girls Championship game at halftime. It's Lancaster Catholic 29 and Hempfield 16. Bruce Badgley, Rick Bissinger. We had a very entertaining first half.
Without a doubt, kind of went the way Catholic wanted it to go for most of the half. Hempfield struggled with some foul trouble, but they're still hanging around. The first 3 minutes of this second half are going to go a long way for Hempfield.
We want to thank our game sponsor for tonight's game, Central Penn College. The college's spring term starts on April 5th. To apply or learn more, go to centralpenn.edu. And then, thanks to Spooky Nook. Tonight's live stream game is brought to you by Spooky Nook Basketball, the leader for all your basketball needs. Everything from tournaments, leagues, camps, and personal training. My buddy Daryl Daniel, who I do my Fresh Set of Downs talk show with, trains all these guys out there. Fantastic place. I'm going to go over and see my buddy Jim Catafio this upcoming Wednesday over there. So, great place, Spooky Nook Sports.
Unbelievable facility right there. If you've never seen Spooky Nook, you gotta find a way to get over there and just take a look.
Oh my God!
You'll be in awe.
You better have a map because you can get.
You might get lost. Yeah,
that is exactly right. You better know where you're going.
Ask for a tour.
So anyway, I mean, Rick, what does Hempfield have to do, obviously, to get back in this? I mean, they ran into some foul trouble, but strategically, with all things being equal, what do they got to do to get back in this game?
I think the key is going to be possessions, again, valued possessions. As you said in the first half, you can't get 13 points back in one possession. They're going to have solid possessions, limit those turnovers, and then, if you get those open looks, you got to make them. You get to the foul line, you got to make some foul shots. But defensively, they've got to make Catholic earn it. They can't give runouts. They can't give layups without help. Again, solid defensive possessions, solid offensive possessions. First 4 minutes will tell the story.
Absolutely. So all the starters back in there. Oh, beautiful give there to Kraft down the lane for an easy basket to start for Lancaster Catholic.
Nice possession, solid by Coach Detz to draw that up to start the half. And
so look, Lauren Moffett, who's been really quiet. Edmonds now to Mattis. Looks like she drew the foul. Looks like there was a blocking foul on her going across the baseline.
Yep, foul on Zuleta.
Well, that's going to send her to the bench quickly.
That's going to be her third. That's a good thing for Hempfield.
Jariah Johnson, who played some good minutes the first half, back in for Catholic.
She had a solid first half. Totally different matchup for Hempfield, but nice defensive pressure kind of player.
Weinhold. Edmonds, who's been very quiet because of that foul trouble. Mattis with the high post. Nice drive and shot there. That was Bear.
That didn't go in, but that was a good possession for Hempfield. Got some touches and got an open look.
Nice feed by Boleski. No good. Edmonds, she's got to get that.
Oh.
And thankfully, it looks like beautiful there by Weinhold to rip it down.
Weinhold has done a phenomenal job rebounding on both ends of the floor. She's not big, but she's aggressive, strong, and goes and gets it.
Well, Weinhold and Mattis here with the ball have just been warriors for Hempfield so far today.
They will sleep well tonight.
Mattis now driving the lane, just whips it up there. A lot of contact, no foul. Here's Moffitt. Looking for some room, tries to get it up, no good. And two Hempfield players fight for the ball, still gets in bounds.
Wow.
Looked like a 7-on-7 scrum there for a while.
Hempfield is leaving it all out there on the floor, getting aggressive, going after loose balls, and that's what they need to do to get back in this thing. That was some tough play there.
Sending a message. All right, Kira Mattis.
2 minutes into the third quarter, and Hempfield has not cut it.
Edmonds drives to the basket, and she got fouled. 2 shots. I think that was on Zwali.
That's a good possession again. Get to the foul line, knock these down. Solid offensive possessions is what Hempfield needs.
They've had some good shots. They work for good shots. Either they're, getting the basket or drawing the foul. It's just exactly what you've got to do right now. And a good free throw there.
Yeah.
Oriana Edmond.
When they can run their, they're a half-court tempo kind of team. When they can get in that half-court set, they've had some solid possessions, and that's what they need. But got to knock down free throws.
Kraft traveled. You really don't want her bringing the ball up. You got to get the ball in the hands of Bolesky and Johnson.
Yeah, there was no real pressure there. I'm not sure why Bolesky wasn't bringing it up, but.
So Kira Mattis now. This has been a real battle between her and Bolesky all day.
Yeah, two solid, strong guards.
Oh, stolen away there by Zwali. Johnson now. Over the head of Kraft and out of bounds. Gives the ball over to Hempfield.
Hempfield dodged one there. Nobody had Kraft. They kind of lost her in that possession, but turnovers what Hempfield needs.
You're right. Kira Mattis and Jessica Weinhold are going to sleep good tonight. Because they're fighting the ball up court every possession.
Every single possession. 94 feet is what Coach Detz wants, and he's getting a lot of that. It's not just the 94 feet. They are really pressuring in the half court.
Bear drives, got it!
Nice drive by Bear.
So 5:16 here, quarter number 3, and down to a 12-point margin, 31-19 in favor of Catholic.
Well, we're 3 minutes in. They've cut 1 point off that 13-point halftime lead. They just have to keep plugging away. You're not going to make it up in one possession. Need some stops on this end. Need some stops.
You get you're exactly right. You need some stops, and you need to get some turnovers. Bolesky now looking for any opening. Kraft. Boy, she handles the ball as good as a freshman. Zwali, no good.
That's a nice box out by Bear, but then you got to go get the ball. Timeout by Coach Detz.
Oh, boy, that was a good timeout because the possession arrow was favoring Hempfield there. So we want to thank Lewis Agency. Parents, if you have children who are driving or getting ready to drive, Lewis Agency is here to help. Call the Stephen Edward Lewis Agency in Millersville to find out how they keep your costs low and help teach your children how to drive safer with the nationwide Smart Ride program. This program includes accident forgiveness, so if your new driver does have an accident, you won't lose your insurance or suffer an expensive rate surcharge. Stephen Edward Lewis Agency for additional information. All right.
Good time out there by Coach Detz, saving a possession. See if he drew something up. Little shot for Bolesky on the inbound.
And she got fouled. Is she going to get 3 shots? I didn't see. No, it looks like it's before the shot. Looks like it's out of bounds.
On the floor, yep.
4:34 remaining here in the third quarter. Catholic now with the ball. Taking it out behind their own basket.
Same play.
Bolesky. That's over to Wentz. No good. Wow, Kraft up and in! And she got fouled by Bear.
That is a great aggressive offensive rebound, taking it back up. And one. Second possession, second opportunities are what Hempfield can't give up right now.
So Bear, that's her third foul, so she's out of the game. Short break for Kira Mattis, who comes back in for Hempfield.
4:24 to go, 14-point lead. $15-point lead here. This is first 4 minutes, and Hempfield really hasn't cut into it, and Catholic has extended it.
Mattis now. Edmond. Looks like that's odd, and that's over to Mattis. No good. Bolesky, the shortest player on the court with the rebound. Up to Wentz. Johnson now, no good. Air ball. Big pressure there, and Johnson, ooh, boy, she went hard into Mattis, and she's down. She went in there and just kind of, her ribs kind of hit on.
Yeah, hopefully that's just a loss. Loss of got the wind knocked out of her.
We want to thank the law office of Stephen W. Grosh. When courtroom experience and advocacy matters, we stand by you in your time of need. Proudly serving Lancaster County for 15 years, the law offices of Stephen W. Grosh.
Hopefully it's just an elbow to the chest there. Got the wind knocked out of her. She looks like she's taking some deep breaths, recovering. And that last possession for Catholic is just great example of where size. I mean, somebody drove the lane, great opportunity, and you have a big 6-footer in there to defend the rim. And then that leads to a run out.
All right, so Hempfield ball now. Jessica Weinhold to inbounds. And that's Bryn Axe there over to Moffitt. And now Mattis. Oh, zigged one. She should have zagged, and going to be over to Lancaster Catholic there. Yeah, Weinhold was cutting to the basket, and Mattis threw it to the spot.
Yeah, Weinhold read the overplay was cutting back door, and Mattis didn't read the same thing.
So Boleski. Swally. Kraft. Good defense. Oh, nice move there by Card. And misses the layup, and Edmonds doing what she's got to do, and that's control the board.
And that's what they missed in the first half. You know, that you got beat, somebody stepped in and helped, somebody with size that could alter a shot, and then you get a rebound. That's crucial for Hempfield this second half. If they're going to have any chance, they've got to continue on the defensive end.
Yeah, Oriana Edmond there. She's a junior. So Weinhold now looking for anybody. And I believe that's Sophia Ott now taking it right to the basket. That's Lauren Moffitt for the three, just what the doctor ordered.
And that's their leading scorer getting her first points of the game. That
is crazy. That's what she's been very quiet. So 34-22, 2:56 remaining here in the third quarter.
Back down to 12. It's moving in the right direction for Hempfield.
Card. She likes to drive to the basket, and she missed that one. Edmond rips down the board.
She is such a difference maker on the defensive end right now. She's got to stay in the game.
Bryn Axe up, Weinhold, got it! 3! Drops at the 10 with 2:25 to go.
A lot of game left. Hempfield is hanging around, showing a lot of guts. That's a huge bucket.
So Boleski.
They're not going to roll over.
Wentz. Inside. In and out. That's Kraft. No good. Wentz fighting for the ball. Weinhold's got it.
2 minutes to go, and Hempfield with a little run out.
Bryn Axe. No good. Little quick on the shot. Here's Card now. Oh, stolen by Weinhold. Beautiful play. Up and in, and she got the foul.
Wow. This is a great run right here. Jess Weinhold, she is something. I'll tell you what, inside, outside, playing much bigger than she is and just leaving it out on the floor. This is fun to watch.
So 34-26, a minute 44 remaining here in the third quarter.
You know, Jess is a senior. She's been around. You know, just when I thought we were going to have to break out some material that may not be relative to the game, and all of a sudden, bam, it's an 8-point game at the line, chance to cut it to 7.
She makes it, 34-27. Putting a little pressure on, a little token pressure there.
Just try to slow them down a little bit. Section 1 champs. Not going away.
Clemmer into the ball game. Zwally now. Coach Dietz has got a few substitutions in the game. Giving the starters a break for the final push. Zwally milking some clock. Bolesky. Oh, beautiful. That was Weinhold with a great defense there.
There's Weinhold again on the defensive end. Great play.
Excuse me, that was Moffitt with the 3 and a timeout, Catholic. 34-30 now. 54.2 there, Rick.
Wow, Coach Detz, usually you're not using timeouts with less than a minute left in the quarter, but he really sees the momentum is shifting. What a difference when you make shots and get stops. And right now, Hempfield has all the momentum, just playing with a lot of confidence.
Orthopedic Associates of Lancaster is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the Lancaster-Lebanon League and its championship events. To learn more about Orthopedic Associates of Lancaster, visit fixedbones.com. And boy, did it get exciting awful quick.
Yep, the noise cranked up. There might not be a lot of people here, but all of a sudden you can feel the momentum. You can feel the energy. Hempfield may be tired, but now it's all about energy and adrenaline kicking in.
Well, we're making some noise.
We're trying. I'll tell you what, this has turned into a heck of a game.
Absolutely. Boy, all the credit in the world to Hempfield. Coming in here shorthanded, kind of hindered by fouls, and coming right back in this game.
Some tough kids that aren't going to go away.
So Johnson now, that's Kraft, Mariana DeJesus, who was in the game. Johnson driving to the basket, and she just got blasted. I think that was Edmond who took her down at the 20-yard line.
Yeah. First down. It's on the floor.
So 36.4 left.
It's 3 on Edmond. She can't afford to pick up a 4th here in the last 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Coach is going to get her out, I believe.
Yep, smart play.
Making a good decision, yep. Give her a little break, but make sure she doesn't pick up the 4th. She's going to be crucial in the 4th quarter if Hempfield's going to continue with this run.
Well, she substituted with someone who's got 3 fouls, Ava Bear. I believe Bear's got 3,
Yeah, Bear does have 3
Yeah, Bear
as
does
well.
have 3, so I guess it's, the lesser of 2 evils, I guess.
Edmond is such a presence inside. They need her to be able to finish the game.
Johnson out of inbounds, looking for somebody. And stolen by Hempfield!
Weinhold again, making a play. 30 seconds left. Hempfield going to hold for the last shot. Hopefully going to go into the 4th quarter down no more than 4. Would love to cut it with a basket.
Bear now. Oh, and looks like a foul, though, on Zwally called.
That was dangerous. Trying to hold for 1. 11 seconds left. Coach
And the
Merrick
timeout. Obviously, Coach must think this is a very important possession, calling and getting a set play for the last play of the quarter.
11 seconds. You can draw something up here. Make sure they definitely don't want to give Lancaster Catholic an opportunity. And with their lack of depth here, extra minute break here, and then go right into a quarter timeout. Going to give their kids a chance to catch their breath. Not a bad idea heading into the 4th quarter, especially if they can get a bucket here.
Yeah, and still even with this timeout, Hempfield has 3 timeouts left. Lancaster Catholic down to 2 timeouts. So
Yeah.
very interesting how it flipped here within just a matter of seconds.
Yep, I mean it is. Was that a 16?
It was a
16-5 run, maybe?
16-point lead they had at one stretch.
Yep. Down to 4 with a chance to cut it here.
Incredible.
Jess Weinhold right now, my Hempfield player of the game right now, doing it on both ends.
Yeah, we have to pick a player of the game, so we have to keep that in mind on both sides. We're looking for somebody who's open. That's into Bryn Axe. I got to believe.
Running a little
Nice
set.
one there. That's on. Oh! For 3!
Wow.
Yeah, what a way to end the quarter.
Coach Merrifield did a great job. They ran that set to perfection, got the 3. and we got a 1-point game.
I think everybody was expecting Laura Moffitt to get the ball, and it's a 1-point game, 34-33, going into the fourth quarter. Wow, who'd have figured?
That was a great set. Little screen down low for Weinholt, and then she came off a double staggered screen right to the top and drained a 3.
Thinking of becoming a basketball official? Check out llofficials.com, or it's actually llbbo.org. Help this great game of basketball out, become an official. But, you know, what have we been talking about for the last 2 quarters? Taking it one possession at a time.
And that's exactly what
That is
Hempfield's
exactly
done.
what Hempfield did that quarter.
You know, they're getting defensive stops and putting together solid possessions. They had a couple blips there early in the quarter, but they stuck with it. And now they have a possession to start the fourth quarter to take the lead. Not quite sure had we talked about that at halftime.
There is no way I was going to hear those words coming out of your mouth. I didn't think.
I didn't think so either. Hopefully the people didn't turn it off at halftime because we got a heck of a fourth quarter coming.
So Bryn Axe now bringing it up. Weinhold, who's been a warrior. And no good. I think that was off by Hempfield there. That was, I believe, Bear taking the shot.
It was a good shot. Out of the offense. Edmond not on the floor right now, so
Bolesky's been quiet this half. Oh, boy, oh, man, that was so close. Crap. Oh, she got it. Boy, that was very close to being a travel, and it ends up being a bucket for Catholic.
Those are kind of plays that you look back, and she threw it to nobody. Girl didn't see it with her back turned, and you end up with a layup.
Everybody kind of stopped because they thought it was a travel too, I believe.
Yep.
Moffitt. Or no, that was Bear, excuse me. And out of bounds on the long rebound. She had a good look.
She did. That's 2 possessions in a row. Bear had a good look. As a coach, you're not upset with that. You're getting looks that you want out of your offense. Kids have to knock them down. Edmond back into the game now.
Good minutes by Sophia Ott today. Made that 3-pointer there to end the third quarter. She's played well.
Yes, excellent off the bench.
Wentz now. Zaletta, who really hasn't been a factor because of fouls today.
Yep, she was out most of the third quarter. Hempfield made the run. Her presence is going to be big in this fourth quarter, and she's a difference maker. What an athlete.
So Bolesky to inbounds. Outside to Johnson. Kraft looking for anybody. Johnson here now. Taking it right to the basket. Leaves it off to Kraft. I think there were 3 travels in that possession. They finally called one.
They missed the first 2. They missed one right there on Johnson, but then, the last one their way.
At least they got
Kraft,
one of them
they
there.
got it right.
Yep, they got it right eventually. So Hempfield now with the ball. It's 36-33 Catholic with 6:32 to go in this game. Oh, and there's where that pressure turnover there. Bolesky, Zaletta. Oh, she missed a layup and off Hempfield, I believe. Yeah. Oh, my.
Wow, what a run there. That would have been a nice layup. 2 girls from Hempfield went for the rebound against each other, knocked it out of bounds. But that's going to save Hempfield right now if they can get a stop here.
So Bolesky to inbounds. Getting exciting, gang. All right, Johnson, who's been a real penetrator out there. She's looking to go to the basket every time she's got the ball.
Wentz sitting down in the post. Got to get her the ball.
Bolesky, got it. You can't give her that shot.
No, that's too easy right there. Ball screen, and they didn't help on the ball screen and just open.
Oh, and that was just. Turnover there. Edmonds threw it back into the backcourt after she crossed into the forecourt or the front court.
Yeah, she's probably not used to handling the ball there, looking to get it to a guard. Probably his coach is telling her and just didn't realize where she was on the floor.
So 38-33 in favor of Catholic. There's 5:56 remaining in the championship game of the Lancaster Lebanon League Girls Tournament. Not sure what the stoppage of play is for.
Officials checking the book. This is a big, big defensive possession right here for Hempfield. Catholic's getting a little bit of momentum back. And,
I think he's asking about timeouts because the scoreboard says he's got 2 remaining. And play on. So Catholic now with the ball.
Five-point game. Catholic has kind of weathered the push by Hempfield. Hempfield needs a good stop.
Boy, every possession so important now by both sides. Zaletta spinning, turning, got it. As we said, there's no match for that athleticism on the Hempfield side.
That was solid defense. He didn't let her attack, went straight up, and you just have an athlete that can.
Oh, and off the hands there of Jess Weinhold.
Might be time for a timeout here for Coach. Got a couple subs in. There it is.
Yep, timeout there. Sable McKinney, KW Elite Real Estate. Want an agent who will really listen to what you want in a home? Need an agent who knows how to effectively market your home so it sells? Give Sable McKinney a call. I'm eager to help and would love to talk to you. Contact Sable McKinney. Her phone number is 717-291-5600. So 5:23 remaining, Rick. Catholic 40-33 over Hempfield, and boy, this has been a game of ebbs and flows, hasn't it?
Yeah, we always talk about the first 3-4 minutes of a quarter, of a half, how important they are, and Catholic came out, start this fourth quarter on a 6-0 run. Hempfield with a couple turnovers, missed a couple open looks early in the quarter, and Catholic has taken advantage of it. So Hempfield's got to find a way to just calm down.
Well, this is where I think the energy factor comes in. I mean, you can kind of see it almost in the face of Weinhold there. I mean, she's looking like she's a little gassed, and she should be. I mean, she's been kind of running the show out there all game.
I don't remember her going out of the game, and she's been playing 94 feet.
Zaletta, doesn't get the roll, gets her own rebound over Edmonds. Johnson.
Weinhold again making a play.
I'll tell you what, she's got to be running on fumes.
Yep. Tough kid.
So Riley Kraft to inbounds. Mary Boleski. Zaletta jumper. Good. Wow. Just
that's
elevated right over. Good defense by Sophia Ott. Mattis. Oh, and she dribbled it. She passed it right into Zaletta's hands. Boleski. Kraft. Little jumper. Got it. Playing right into their hands. Now back up to 11 that quick. 44-33 with 4:30 to go. 4:33.
Do you think Zaletta's a difference maker or not? I mean,
well, exactly right.
She was out most of that third quarter when Hempfield made their run, and she just came back and settled things down, and Catholic has stretched it to 11.
Yeah, that's and we've got to start thinking about an MVP for the Catholic side there. So. I mean, despite all of that, I mean, you're looking at, Riley Kraft right now has got 15. Zaletta's got 12.
Yeah, I just think Zaletta's such a difference maker on both ends and just so dynamic.
Up and in there by Ava Bear. As you said, I mean, the ponytail is an enormous challenge. I tell you what, I found that doing the state finals a couple years ago. I mean, impossible from the freaking rafters of the the Giants Center sometimes.
Yep. So hard to read those numbers.
All right, Boleski there. Maybe time to milk some clock. What do you think, Rick?
Yeah, 4 minutes left, solid possessions, no rush. The only way Hempfield gets back in the game is if they have quick possessions, turnovers, and lets them get back in it. So
exactly.
I think
Zaletta no good on that one. Ott. Weinhold, Edmond, and she got fouled by Wentz. She went right to the basket.
And that's what Hempfield has to do. They have got to attack. You know, you put points on the board when the clock is not running, and that's how you're going to get back into this game.
Well, they're going to have to quicken the pace, obviously, with only 3:55 remaining.
9-point game.
And nice
Got it to 8.
motion on that free throw there.
I think Coach Detz has been around long enough to know he's got to just get his group under control on the offensive end. Take some time, get a good shot, get a good possession, and they'll be okay. But Hempfield's not going to go away. They've shown that already.
Johnson there, hounded by Ott.
We're playing.
Oh, Bryn Axe comes up with it.
Official is just part of the floor.
Oh, Zaletta there with a nice defensive play. Just denying that pass in there to Edmond. So yeah, looks. I would guess that they're going to start milking some clock because Wentz came out of the game.
Yeah, put some guards in there. Oh,
no good there by Ott.
had a great open look.
And who steals it?
Weinholz. Man, that is a senior leaving it on the floor. Inside.
Edmond now backing in, and she got fouled.
That was quick recognition of a mismatch there. Edmond on Johnson inside, and they got her the ball, and Johnson's going to feel that one in the morning, too.
She just kind of backed up and went down, you know.
There's a little bit of a difference in size.
Yeah. Kind of like difference in like me standing next to Shaq. And she makes the free throw. So 44-38, still a lot of time left, 3:22.
6-point game. They missed some free throws early, but they're knocking them down now.
Oh, missed that one.
Announcer's jinx, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Zaletta with the board. And now, looks like they're just going to try and milk some clock. Kind of got the hands team in there. But Bolesky right to the basket and in!
No need to milk clock if they're going to give you that uncontested layup.
Well, you know, you can't relax for a moment with Bolesky out there. Moffitt, no good. Edmond, and stolen away by Bolesky.
Wow.
And she's going to slow it down.
Good decision. Good decision. Run some clock. Get a solid possession.
Johnson, no good, but she's fouled. Looks like she got hammered by Sophia Ott.
Or attack the rim and get to the foul line.
Well, they're, I think next foul they're in the double bonus too, which is a big advantage for Catholic. So 46-38 in favor of Catholic here. We've got 2 shots for Jariah Johnson. 2:44 remaining here in the championship game of the Lancaster Lebanon League Girls Tournament. Thanks for joining us here in LL Hoops.
If you stuck around, you have seen a good one.
Oh, no good.
Well, I was just going to say, if Catholic makes free throws, there's not much Hempfield can do.
No, correct. That, especially now in the double bonus.
Yeah, 2 minutes to go. They're going to go to the free throw line time and time again.
Got that one. So 47-38. Quickly getting away from Hempfield.
Catholic just keeps the pressure on.
Moffitt, and that was an air ball. Saved, but not quite.
You know, this is the secondary effect sometimes of just that relentless pressure.
Yep, exactly. I mean, sometimes it's more mental than physical.
Yep, the mental, the legs go a little bit, the shots just aren't there. It may not happen in the first quarter, second quarter, but when you keep that pressure on at the full court level, the half court level, it's tough.
Thanks to H&L Team Sales, they provide uniforms, team shops, and other clothing equipment to schools and teams throughout the Lancaster, Lebanon, New York, and Berks regions. Contact H&L at 717-392-3010 or www.hlteamsales.com. And, we talked before about Spooky Nook, but we want to thank them very much for their support of LL Hoops broadcast. Obviously, Spooky Nook, the leader for all your basketball needs, everything from tournaments, leagues, camps, and personal training. Spooky Nook Sports.
Well, 2.5 to go. You got a 9-point lead. And I think, the fickleness of momentum and adrenaline. Hempfield had that great end of the third quarter, all the momentum and adrenaline, and it's hard to get that back. They need to get it back right now to close this gap.
Yeah, this has been a game of ebbs and flows, and we've seen the momentum change dramatically within a few seconds. And we still have 2.5 minutes to go, but it's the free throw line factor, I think, that weighs more heavily than anything right now coming down the stretch. What do you think, Coach?
I'm not going to put anything past Hempfield after the way they came back here in the third quarter, but this is going to be a tough one to overcome. And again, Catholic is not going to beat themselves, I wouldn't think. And if they have solid possessions like this right here, made a good decision right there by Kraft not to force something, they're going to run clock.
Yeah, just playing keep away now, as they should, quite honestly. Limit the possessions and try and get to the line. Bolesky, and she took the shot. No good. Edmond, I was surprised they released the basketball, Coach.
That's not what Coach Depp wants. He wants layups or foul line in that situation, and the only way Hempfield can get back is to have those quick possessions.
And Bryn Axe quickly down, didn't get it to fall, but drew the foul.
And when you can score points without the clock running, that's what Hempfield needs. I was surprised Catholic took that jump shot there.
Yeah, no reason to release the basketball at all other than at the free throw line, in my view.
Hempfield has to get out and pressure, and they're going to give something up if they don't foul.
So Bryn Axe, who's really played well, Bryn Axe, Sophia Ott, they've played well. Sophia Ott, a freshman, she's played very well tonight or this afternoon for Hempfield. And Axe makes them.
7-point game, minute 48.
All right.
We're going to the foul line.
That was Moffitt with the, looks like that, yeah, that was Moffitt with the foul.
It's going to be her third.
Right, aren't they going to the line here? Or no, I guess not. That was only the 6th foul. Zaletta.
Oh,
my. Did she travel? She did.
Yes, she did. Hempfield won't go away. Edmond back into the game on the offensive end. Little offense-defense substitution for Coach Merrifield. And
same thing, and Catholic with Wentz back in the game to counter Edmonds.
Yep, there's
the chess match continues.
The defense-offense for Coach Detz.
Axe inside. Edmond drives. She got fouled and got the basket.
Wow. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not surprised, but man, what a run. What a run.
Oh, my God.
They won't go away. This is what a championship game should be.
It should be. This has been a lot of fun.
Yep, kids leaving it on the floor.
So Oriana Edmond, 47-42, favor of Catholic, and she's got it. There's a minute 39 to go, 47-43.
4-point game. Mattis back in on the defensive end. Hempfield's going to pressure as they have to. And now it's getting interesting.
All right.
Double team on Bolesky. Just throw it up.
And
there it is.
They wanted it more that time.
Bounce pass.
Wide Zaletta, that was a rejection with a capital R. Wow.
Wow, that was 2-point layup. Guarantee, and Zaletta just came from nowhere and threw it up.
Not on my watch.
Wow, that's an athlete getting it done.
Weinhold there. Axe. Fires it. Got it! Oh, man!
It's a 1-point game. 1:23 to go.
Zaletta now looking for somebody to pass it off to. Bolesky.
And now that momentum and adrenaline is back for Hempfield, and can they finish it here?
We talked about the ebbs and flows of this game. Wow. Zaletta now. She's double teamed out at center court, and looks like, timeout.
Timeout, Coach Detz.
Yeah, they were looking a little discombobulated there on the offensive end. But
Hempfield has not doubled ball screens all day, and then Weinhold just jumped out and doubled that ball screen, and Coach Detz saw some trouble coming. Good timeout. got one remaining.
Yeah, real good timeout, but look, both teams down to only one timeout. We got 59.9 left. Catholic up 1 point, 47-46.
Well, let's see if Coach Merrifield has the stats. 82% Bolesky on the year from the foul line, and 70% for Zwally. Everybody else well below 60%. So I'm sure she has those numbers. Looking for Catholic to put it in the hands of one of these lesser free throw shooters and give themselves an opportunity on the offensive end.
Well, this is what it's all about. I mean, whole league season comes down to the last minute of the championship game. You gotta love it.
Yep, and I'm sure Coach Detz knows his free throw shooters as well. Going to try to get into the hands of Bolesky, Zwally to inbound. So Bolesky, you still have time here. You don't have to foul right away.
Looking for somebody.
This is not the one you want to foul.
No.
They have
line
time. They
hold
don't
on
need
her. Oh, she's.
well.
Boy, kind of a touch foul there, but
Yep.
that is going to send Mary Bolesky to the line for a 1-and-1. Wow, 53.1 left. Catholic up 1 in this championship game.
82% free throw shooter on the year. 27 of 33 coming into this game. Freshman.
Doesn't look like a freshman.
Nope. Doesn't play like or look like a freshman, and just steps up and
Knocks it down.
Sticks to a routine and drains it.
All right, 48-46 now. Everything really important at this point. Missed that one.
Well.
Rebound. Line hold. Just jailbreak there. Oh.
I thought
Boy, I thought she would
it.
take that. I did. I thought she was going to pull it. I think she thought she was going to pull the trigger. But here's Axe now. And Zaletta fouled her.
We're going to go to the foul line with a chance to tie the game with 39 seconds left.
And this is double. Is this double? No, this is
this is
double bonus.
Double bonus here.
Bryn Axe at the line for Hempfield. She got the first. 48-47, 39.7 left.
Here comes the defensive substitution for Hempfield. Madison, Edmonds back. We got a shot to tie the game.
Bryn Axe, everything on the line. Got it. 48-all.
Neither shot touched any rim. That was clutch. Tie game, 30 seconds to go.
48-48. 30 seconds left.
Each team with a timeout. Coach Detz looking like he's going to hold for one. Is he going to call a timeout, or is he going to let the kids make a play?
Huh? That's why they
pay him the big bucks.
Well, let's just say that's why he's the coach.
Yep.
Almost stolen there by Axe.
10 seconds. Bolesky on Weinhold.
Having a tough shot. Johnson to Zaletta. No good.
Wow.
Overtime. Tied at 48.
Wow.
Great defensive stand there by Hempfield. Nothing open.
Nope. Coach Detz decided to let the kids decide it. Didn't want to call a timeout, set something up, and Hempfield just did a great job forcing a tough shot. And we're going to 4 more minutes of basketball.
Orthopedic Associates of Lancaster is proud, and I bet you they're proud after seeing this game, as to be the presenting sponsor of the Lancaster Lebanon League and its championship events. To learn more about Orthopedic Associates of Lancaster, visit fixbones.com. Bruce Badgley, Rick Dissinger. Hey, what a way for us to get together. You know, this is our first game here doing LL girls basketball, and what an entertaining game.
Well, I hope we have more together, but I don't know that we'll be able to top this one.
No. Overtime in a league championship game.
This has been unbelievably fun to watch. You know, you talk about ebb and flows. We might have started the game in the first 4 minutes with a lot of ebb, but since then it has been back and forth.
It has been flow since then.
It has been a lot of flow, and you got to give both teams credit, but Hempfield just the number of times they've been down, and just it looked like time to start the bus, but these kids have pulled it out, dug deep, and they got 4 more minutes.
4 more minutes, and who knows how long it's going to take to decide this one the way these teams have been playing. And we're off. So Bolesky. Wentz back in the game. Now Zaletta throws it away. Hempfield ball now.
Catholic's got 3 players with 4 fouls here. They have the depth, but they have 3 key players with 4.
Well,
Hempfield has the momentum.
give credit. And credit to the coaching staff there. They got hindered by fouls early and have managed to stay in this game.
Yep, and kids off the bench have done a great job filling those minutes. Running a solid possession, really looking inside for Edmond.
Axe now goes up against Wentz and no good.
That's a tough shot. Little running, leaning, heading out of bounds. I'm sure they would have loved to get Edmonds a touch inside before they went to that, but 3 minutes to go.
Double dribble. She was going to pass it to Kraft and she wasn't looking.
Lancaster Catholic starting to make a few mistakes here.
Weinholtz now that was into Sophia Ott. So Weinhold, who's just been everything today for Hempfield. Oh, looks like I got a moving screen or a foul on there on Bryn Axe down below, away from the ball.
Yeah, player control, legal screen again. Started out the game with 3 of those, haven't had one since, but players getting tired and maybe just getting a little lackadaisical on some of the screens.
Well, I think, it's understandable, quite honestly. So Bolesky, I think she's only sat for maybe a minute or so in this game. She's played the whole way.
Yeah, her and Weinhold have certainly been out on the floor. And
Zaletta, who really had been quiet, they put a clamp on her in quarter 4. She came out like a house of fire in quarter 3. Oh, beautiful pass there. Kraft, she had to travel.
that was a tough catch for Kraft. I mean, it was a nice look, but just a tough position to catch the ball, and I'm not sure what she was going to do with it in that spot if she did catch it. But so far, we're turning it over. No one making that first punch.
So Bryn Axe.
There's the trap.
Nice.
Now
Moffitt. Inside the one. And up and in. Beautiful there by Sophia Ott.
is that the first lead for Hempfield of the game, I believe. They led 2-0.
Zaletta drives to the basket and got the foul. Just put it in the hands of one of your better players and let them take over.
Yep, she is much better attacking the rim in there. Just a tough move. And one. Tie game, 2 minutes to go. Zaletta at the line. I think Hempfield led 2-0, and I think that was their first lead since that 2-0.
She's only a junior. Oh, lane violation, and that's not going to count.
No basket.
So we're tied at 50. There's 2:03 remaining in overtime. Tied at 50. Hempfield, Lancaster Catholic here in the championship game of the Lancaster Lebanon League Girls Tournament.
Nice job beating the pressure there.
Ott looking for an opening. She went right up against Zaletta and put it in.
Wow. I think she thought she was going right away. Zaletta thought she was going right away. She paused and just threw it up quick, and Hempfield back up by 2.
52-50. Zwally drives. That's not her forte, but she got the foul.
If that's on Edmond, that's it. That's it, I believe. That's going to be her 5th. Tough foul, you're right. That's not Zwally's game, but
took it right. Just remember that.
1:38 to go. Edmond fouls out here in overtime. Heck of a game. Nothing to put her head down about. Just they have so many weapons, Catholic. They keep attacking. But
the entire team on both sides has just played their hearts out today. No good. Zwally, one of their better free throw shooters, as you said.
Yep, 70%. Edmond over on the bench. She's not putting her head down. She's over there cheering her teammates on. Great stuff.
So Liz Wally at the line. 52-50, Hempfield, 138 to go, and she's got it. So 52-51, Hempfield in front with the ball. Weinhold now looking for some help in the backcourt. That's Moffitt. Oh, and almost stolen away, but knocked out of bounds by Zwally.
Coach Merrifield was right next to the official, ready to call that timeout, and she's right next to him again. If there's any trouble here, look for a timeout.
All right, Bryn X has
Good
played
inbound.
a whale of a game. That's odd. Moffitt. Weinholds. They're just hanging on to the ball, Coach.
Just a
And a
solid-
timeout.
That's what they need. They have the lead now. Let's see if they can go to the free throw line.
Imposing one's will on your opponent. We talked about that earlier, but now it's all the tables have all turned to Hempfield.
Yeah, if they can now, impose that will and just get that half-court possession. This will be interesting. You know, Catholic had a chance at the end to hold the ball and get to the foul line. Now, Hempfield has a chance. Coach has a decision to make. Catholic, just so defensive.
So what are you telling your team right now if you're the coach of Hempfield?
I'm making sure I tell them we got one timeout if we get in any trouble. I can call it, you can call it. Let's remember that. Step to the ball. Make sure you're coming to attack. They must foul you. We want a solid possession. We want to go to the foul line or get a layup. Otherwise, if they're going to sit back and let us move the ball around the perimeter, we'll just milk clock. We have the advantage. And again, as you said, imposing your will. Now, do you have enough energy left to set solid screens, to come through every pass, to snap every pass when the game's on the line? And stuff they've practiced, I'm sure.
Well, we got to get you on these broadcasts more often, Rick. I love working with you today, sir. Really appreciate your basketball acumen, that's for sure.
It's been a lot of fun. Minute to go, overtime, Hempfield by 1. Here we go.
So Jessica Weinhold now, who's really played a whale of a game so far. Kira Mattis. Who hasn't played a whale of a game for, 8 deep on both sides?
They've all had their moments of mistakes, but I'll tell you what, the positives far outweigh the negatives. Weinhold
up and in! 54-51, a minute to go. Lancaster Catholic.
Oh, give me 5 of her any day.
Johnson, no good. It's off the mark, and the rebound by Moffitt.
I think it hit the strap.
Okay, well, they were going to give him the ball anyway.
I think the shot.
Oh, no. It's okay. The possession arrow is still for them anyway.
Wow.
Right? It would revert to the possession arrow?
I think that just is a out of play kind of ball. No possession arrow. Hempfield will retain the possession arrow and get the ball and a foul.
And a foul quickly.
50 seconds to go. Hempfield by 3.
Kira Mattis going to the line. 51 seconds to go. Hempfield up 3. 54-51. Lancaster Lebanon League Girls Championship game.
Wow.
Overtime.
Mattis, a junior, has played a heck of a game. Been under a lot of pressure all game.
Oh, off the mark.
Coach is saying you got to.
I feel like a parent here.
I know. You got to make one for me. Make one for me. Turn it into a 2-possession game with 51 seconds left. You got to make one for me.
All right, Kira Mattis. Got it.
There it is.
55-51.
2-possession game. Coach Detz has 2 timeouts left.
Boleski.
Zwally.
That's Wally. That's her forte, the three-pointer, but it's off the mark. Mattis.
Oh,
This is Moffitt. She's wide open, and she's got it! Oh, my! Lauren Moffitt, the basket and the foul.
Wow.
57-51, Hempfield.
Catholic,
33.9 left.
Catholic has been pressuring all game, and I don't know that Hempfield got any run-out layups, and there it was. Right when you needed it, a run-out layup and one. Unbelievable.
And she's got it.
That makes-
58-51, 33.9 left. This is going to break a string.
Yep, this is a 3-possession game now.
Zwally, she was thinking about it. Zaletta. No good. Rebound by Moffitt.
Well, you
20
can't.
seconds to go. You got to get it up court and a kick.
Yeah. If there were less than 10, you could hold it, but all right. Coach Merrifield.
Final timeout, I believe.
gonna
Yep.
Take her last timeout.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. With 16 seconds, like you said, more than a one-possession game, so just use it, set your team, get them comfortable, right?
Yeah, you just got to get the ball inbounds. They have to foul you. They have 2 timeouts left, but they need 3 possessions. So you've just got to find a way to get it inbounds. Hold the ball. They don't have the luxury of letting 10 seconds run off the clock. That's Lancaster Catholic. If I'm Hempfield and they don't want to foul me in the backcourt, I'll let 10 seconds run off the clock because you're not scoring 7 with 6 seconds left. So Catholic has got to gamble. They got to go for the ball. And Hempfield just has to find a way to get it in to a free throw shooter with a solid inbound set here.
Mind-boggling run. Hempfield was down by as many as 16 in the third quarter and came back and, now leads by 7. Incredible.
Yep, and Catholic stretched it after that. Back again, and Hempfield just came answering back. This
Just
is
no
good.
quit.
Nope.
So Weinhold now. It's Bryn Axe looking for somebody. Got it to Mattis. Going to get it across the line. Oh, yep, and there's a foul.
Foul, 10
Boleski,
seconds
nice
left.
gesture by Boleski there.
Yep. Hard foul, helped her up. Mattis back at the line.
58-51, only 9.9 seconds left. Celebration time
Hempfield
for
has
these Hempfield Black Knights.
a lot to celebrate. This is one they'll remember a long time over there. This has been huge.
Nice. Kira Mattis has played a whale of a game between her and Weinhold. I mean, I think those two are the ones that handled the bulk of the basketball the first half.
Yep, and it's been 94 feet of pressure all day, and they have stepped up just when you thought it was over.
Just when you thought it was over,
Nope.
Hempfield Black Knights come back. And they're going to win the Lancaster Lebanon League Girls Championship, the Hempfield Black Knights. 60-51 winners here this afternoon. Wow, what a fun game, Rick.
Unbelievable. I tell you what, 2020, 2021 has been a different and crazy season, to say the least, and this was just epitomizes what this year's all about. Finding a way to overcome adversity, all the craziness that's been going on. So many teams have had to go through finding a way to come back from being down, whether it's been, you had quarantine kids or schedule changes, governor shuts things down, and this just epitomizes the season. Hempfield never quit, found a way, and LL Champions 2021, they earned it.
We want to thank the Orthopedic Associates of Lancaster Limited. They're the proud presenting sponsor, and I'm sure they're very proud after the performance of these two girls' teams. We've partnered to offer 2 $800 scholarships, Orthopedic Associates of Lancaster, to 1 male and 1 female high school senior in the Lancaster-Lebanon School District. The scholarship is available to any athlete and or support staff to include but not limited to athletic training, student aides, equipment managers, or team managers. The primary focus being the service to our community. And making it up here to our broadcast position is Jessica Weinhold.
Jess Weinhold, Lauren Moffitt.
We'll stand.
Mike.
Yeah, I'll do it real quick.
All right, I didn't know.
All right, we'll be back. Rick, here, let's do a quick summary. Well, I guess duty calls for the award ceremony. That's all right. Hey, look, we're going to sit back and enjoy this one, Rick. I mean, so much to talk about. I mean, our most valuable player is Jessica Weinhold, who, I mean, was just a warrior out there, bringing the ball up, driving to the basket, keeping, the composure of this team throughout all, like we talked about, the ebbs and flows of this game were pretty dramatic.
The things that she did, the intangibles, they may not show up in the scorebook, a lot of those, but my goodness, she had 13 points, but the defensive plays that she made, the pressure, defending Bolesky, rebounding the ball from the guard position, especially when Edmond was out of the game. She left it on the floor. That's what seniors do, and man, O'Day, she should be proud.
Well, she had 13 points. It seemed like it was 30. I mean, as much as she had the ball and as much as she meant, to the Black Knights today. But like I said, I mean, really both teams, the top 8, 9 players just played their hearts out. I mean, there was a lot of substitution positionally or because of fouls on both sides.
Yeah, 36 minutes of basketball today, and all these kids put their heart on the floor and left it there, and that's all you can ask. When you start a game, the greatest feeling in sports, they say, is lying on the floor exhausted in victory, but the second greatest feeling in sports is lying on the floor exhausted in defeat, knowing you left everything you had out in the court, and both these teams certainly did that today.
I totally agree. I mean, so much fun. For me personally, to be a part of this, it just gives you such, a good feeling about, what athletics means. And you being an athletic director, you know how much athletics mean not only to the players, but to the school itself and the pride and the momentum and the emotion that it can bring to a community.
Yeah, it makes me emotional to think about it as an AD, as a school. This is why we do the things we do for kids. This is why the LL League does the things that they do for kids. Giving kids an opportunity to compete and show what they can do is just awesome. Again, hats off to Ron Kennedy, all the ADs. These teams in the league have been through, and not just basketball, wrestling and swimming, and every sport this year has done it. But this is why we do it, and this is what it's all about. Giving kids a chance to compete and show what they have, and give them a sense of normalcy as best we can. But
the cry all year long has been let them play, and this is the reason why you let them play.
This is why you find creative ways and do whatever you have to do to put kids in a position to compete. This is why you force masks and you wash hands all the time, and you make them distance themselves when they're not in the game, and it's a lot to go through for the kids, parents, schools, but.
And it's impossible to recreate the life lessons that these athletes get by, Hempfield here in coming back from such adversity, from, coming up against Lancaster Catholic, who's kind of going for a record that may never be matched if they can come up with a title. And yet, wow, they're down big. You know what? They never let up. They never gave in. They never let the aura of Lancaster Catholic, overwhelm them. No. And, they did exactly what we said. They played it one possession at the time. They didn't get too far ahead.
Nope.
And that coaching staff, talk a little bit about, as a coach, how you must feel at this juncture.
Unbelievable. It's so difficult to play against a team that is constantly pressuring for 32 minutes, in this case 36 minutes, with a short bench, and then to have those spurts where they just looked like Catholic was going to overwhelm them. They struggled, they turned it over, but Coach Merrifield did a phenomenal job of getting her bench in the games, conserving some of those players that had some foul trouble, and just sticking to what they do. And they found that composure down the stretch that she talked about at the beginning of the game, and man, she's got to be proud of this group. That was an awesome victory.
And when you think of the fact that they played this game without one of their best players, sophomore Autumn Cook, rather than that being a point where it would deflate them, I think that they used that to energize themselves.
Yeah, without a doubt. She was a third leading scorer, leading three-point shooter on the season. Didn't have her. And then these guards just stepped up. Mattis, Bear, Weinhold.
Who is our MVP? Hopefully we'll get her up here on camera. She's actually down on the court there.
Cutting down a net.
Something that she'll never forget. As a senior, playing in this program, they had a good team last year, and there was some disappointment at the fact that they really didn't make it to the championship game. They were upset by Pequay Valley in a preliminary round before they could get here last year. But, gosh, how gratifying must it be to get up on that ladder and get that little string, and that's something that she's going to have hanging on her mirror for the rest of her life.
Unbelievable. I mean, it's stuff you watch on TV, March Madness, and they play the song as the kids are cutting down the net, the one shining moment, and here's their opportunity.
Ads, and then we'll come back when they come back. Okay.
Okay, we're gonna go to some to pay some bills and. Okay, we'll just we'll do Jessica first.
I'll hold the mic for you. If you want to come over here that way. Oh, or do you want to put the mic on? Just one.
We'll stand. Yeah, better to stand. See, it makes me look taller that way. All right, Bruce Badgley back here at our broadcast booth with one of our MVPs, Jessica Weinhold. Jessica, I mean, did you have anything left in the tank at the end of the game?
Yeah, but it was tough. She was a good player, and it was hard to stay with her some of the time.
You're talking about Bolesky?
Yeah.
And but you know, the first half there it was all 94 feet. I mean, you know, you and Kira there were just handling the ball the whole time. What was going through your mind there? You had some foul trouble. Things weren't really going your way. You know, what were you guys talking about, you know, out there in the first half to kind of keep things together?
It wasn't going our way, but we knew we just had to keep our composure and discipline and keep working, and then it would come.
Well, it sure did. I mean, you were down by as many as 16 points in that game. I mean, what was Coach telling you out there to, stay positive and work back through?
She kept telling us the game isn't over, and we just had to keep working, and it would come to us.
Well, that's going to be something you're going to remember the rest of your life. I mean, with your kids and everything else, because, my gosh, you guys, and it wasn't just really your starting five. It was a total team effort out there, wasn't it?
Yeah, the whole team contributed from the players that came off the bench and stuff. Everybody was in it together, and it was a team win.
Well, congratulations. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Appreciate it. Let's go ahead and bring in Lauren Moffitt. That's all right. Lauren, congratulations on the win today. It took a little while for you to get going today, but boy, I mean, the last quarter and overtime there, what was it like for you out there? What were you feeling emotionally?
I was so excited. I knew we were going to win this game from the start. I was never giving up, and despite a bad first half for me, I did not want to give up, and I kept going, and it paid off.
Paid off in a big way. And, like I said, I mean, what were the whole team pulling together? What was that like out on the floor? How did that feel?
The energy was still, so it was bad for a little bit at halftime, but we came out and we all wanted it so much more, and we rose above it, and we were good. The energy was great. We were all excited, and we all wanted to win more than them. We wanted it more.
Well, listen, congratulations so much.
Thank you.
You're a sophomore, right? I mean, you still got a couple more years of this. You think you can handle 2 more championship games like that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Well, listen, thank you so much,
Thank
all
you.
right?
Thank
All right,
you.
let's bring in head coach Kendra Merrifield. Yeah, there we go. See, now you can hear me.
I can.
How about that?
Wow.
Amazing how that works. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You were very tight to the vest, outside the locker room there before the game. I mean, obviously you had to come up with a game plan, without, Autumn Cook.
Right.
I mean, how are you getting that across to the players? I mean, she's been an integral part of your team, but what were you saying to the team to kind of rally around everybody else who was going to play?
Yeah, I mean, the beauty of the team that we have a couple other kids who can step up and play. Obviously, not having Autumn without having your starting point guard, it changes the style of your play. But we've had some kids step in and do some big things that maybe we wouldn't have seen if she was playing. So it's both like a double-edged sword.
Well, and then too, you got into early foul trouble, so those kids had to come in early, and and then you got down. I mean, obviously the team is saying, coach said to just hang in there. But I mean, actually, what were you telling them? What were you, specifically telling them on what they needed to do to get back in this game?
Yeah, the biggest thing is, we can't control what the officials do. We have to play with them no matter what the calls are. So that was one big message. And then the other one is we just had to continue to stick to what we do best, which is defend, and then composure and patience on offense. And fortunately, it worked.
I'll say it worked. I mean, and it worked. It happened so quickly. You were down by as many 16 points. And then I think other than 2-0, you didn't lead in regulation, and then you only took the lead in overtime, and then you were just gone. I mean, how did that feel for you personally?
It was exciting. Truthfully, standing here, it's a whirlwind. At the same time, like as you're saying things, I'm like, oh yeah, that did happen. But I just can't say how proud I am of these kids. I mean, they bought in, they put the work in day day out. They listen to us as coaches, and it's a special group of girls.
Well, you know, I think it's very special too. I mean, I got to see you play, you know, a couple times here, and it's been an enormous pleasure. One of the games that, you know, I do a lot of basketball games. This is going to be one of the games that I'm always going to remember because it was so much fun to watch. You're going through so much adversity, and you come back and win the game. So congratulations, all right, and enjoy this, okay?
We will. Thank you.
You know, none of this like I got to be in the gym back on Monday. Take a couple days off, okay?
We got to get ready for district.
Oh, that's right. Oh, well, that's true. Okay.
Tuesday.
All right. Take care.
Thank you.
See you later. All right. Well, that about does it here from the Lancaster 11 League Championship game. I want to thank Rick Dissinger. You know, he was just fantastic. Both of these teams putting on such a fantastic performance. I want to thank Del Jackson and his crew for just a great job on the broadcast today. Eric Thomas and Warren Goodling will be back for the boys' title here in just a few minutes. So stick with LL Hoops. We've got plenty of basketball left for you this afternoon. So for Rick Dissinger, I'm Bruce Badgley. We will see you on the flip side.